The Battle of the Brits, the Vox SDC-1 against the Blackstar Carry-on. Alright, for starters, I know that the headquarters of Blackstar is in Northampton, and I know that the Carry-on itself was designed in conjunction with the UK's Gordon Smith guitars, but they are manufactured in China and imported into the US by Blackstar Amplification. On the other hand, the Vox SDC-1 was designed by Vox, whose headquarters are in Dartford, in conjunction with God only knows who, manufactured in China and imported into the US by Vox USA Amplification. So, unless you have a personal connection to the Gordon Smith Guitar Company, or you favor the Cobblers of Northampton Town FC more than the Darts of the FC in Dartford, it's really kind of hard to push on politics or working conditions or those types of things. Both of the guitars feature string-through bodies. Both of them use 6 strings and can be tuned to a standard E to E tuning without issues. And that's pretty much where things diverge. Let's get to the bodies. The Blackstar is all one piece, okume, I believe is the pronunciation, with a truss rod adjustment at the base of the neck. The Vox is made out of poplar with a bolt-on maple neck and a truss rod adjustment at the top of the neck. The Carry-on has a tunematic bridge. The Vox has a hardtail. You can intonate both of them, but I know that players have their own personal preferences here. The Carry-on has a scale length of 20.7 inches and 18 frets on a laurel fretboard. The Vox has 19 frets on a Purple Heart fretboard, and its scale length is 2 inches shorter. Overall length of the guitars is close. The Vox is 1 inch shorter, but it's also 2 inches wider, and as far as weight goes, the Vox is slightly heavier, but both of them weigh less than my Doheny. So where are the main differences? The first one is the lap test. Now, as you can see, with one leg up, the Vox sits very comfortably right here. Even if you want to rotate it to the other and do a little bit more of a classical sitting, I don't know why you would, but so this one actually goes in the lap relatively easily. Again, simply raising the right leg, putting it in your lap. The neck is a little bit heavier, so you're going to have a little bit more neck dive. It doesn't quite seat as well. Requires a little bit more guidance on your left hand's part, as well as a little bit more against the body. As far as playing it the other way on your left leg, I'd say it's near enough not to make a difference. The Blackstar has 6 sealed tuners with a 1:14 gear ratio, and I can't find anything specific about the Vox guitars, but they seem to be a bit more sensitive. That's not really an issue, it's just something you probably need to be aware of. Both of them come equipped and set up for 12 to 54 gauge strings, so they can feel like a regular guitar. Of course, I don't want them to feel like a regular guitar, so I've changed all the strings. That doesn't really require much of a change as far as the setup goes, as far as the nut is concerned, but it does require a bit of an intonation change. You know, if I wanted the feeling of a full-size guitar, I would play my Strat. Now, as for the looks of things, the Blackstar objectively, I think, looks more professional. There's a bit more attention to the form of it. The red tortoise shell binding on the body and the neck, the matching pick guard, the exposed wood on the back of the neck and the back of the body, the chrome knobs and the chrome pickup, as opposed to the industrial put-together plastic look of the Vox. And that's when you really have to make the first real choice. The first real choice is, how do you travel? Do you beat the fire out of your luggage, or do you have expensive luggage that you really take care of? Are you the kind of person when you travel that you camp, or do you fly first class? Are you looking to travel, seriously, with a guitar, or are you looking for a couch guitar? an office rig, because there is a huge difference in price. The SDC-1 lists for around $220 US. Now, I find them on eBay for as much as $350, but the two that I purchased, both before I bought the carry-on, were stupid deals of the day at Musician's Friend, and they ran me around $100 US each. In contrast, the Blackstar seems to retail around $360 in the US, and if you're going to find them anywhere around $250, you're going to have to get a used one without the travel pack. Now, there's also something to be wary of. There are two versions of the Blackstar. There is the ST, which is called the standard version, that doesn't have the coil split. Yet, the prices seem to be pretty much interchangeable. It's almost as if people assume that you know which one you're getting, or they don't know what they have. And that's where the biggest difference between these wee British beasties comes in. And it's why I've waited so long for the tone comparison. Alright, if you've seen any of these at all, you know that upper fret access is not a concern for me because I don't go there. But if you're someone that does go into the upper frets, the Blackstar has definitely got an advantage there. It may have one fewer fret, but access to it is a lot easier. It looks that way from the front, which is pretty obvious, but the real change is when you hit the heel. This has got more of a smooth transition. The Vox, on the other hand, is a block. So if you're a Strat player that's used to running into that block and actually use it as a frame of reference, it's not bad. But if you're a person that's used to a little smoother feel to it, when you get into those upper frets, then you're definitely going to prefer the feel of the Blackstar. So the question is, which do I prefer? Well, if I'm here at the house, if I'm here in this room with my full range of tones at my disposal, I like the Blackstar. If I'm on my couch with my portable positive grid Spark Go, I like the Blackstar. But if I'm going camping and I've got a little battery powered rig and I'm going from hotel to hotel or house to house, I definitely prefer the Vox. And the reason is pretty simple. If something happens to the Vox, I'm going to be out a good travel guitar, but I'm not going to be out the cost of the Blackstar. So that's the choice that you have to make. Which one is best for you? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, do that thing you do so well. Let me know you're there. And I hope you're having a great time. Now, go play.